Hi everybody, this is Buck Steffens. Hey, the reason why we have this on today is that we're going to do a little training. We're going to actually train in the homes. I don't care if you're in Baltimore, Maryland, if you're in Jacksonville, Florida, if you're up in Oregon. It doesn't matter if you're on a boat. What we're going to do is experiment about some training. And I'll be emailing everybody with exactly a website that you can come to and see this training. The first thing, when we talk about training, we talk about a culture. We develop people. We develop people that they develop in a personal growth basis, that people understand people. It's people helping people, PHP. In order to help people, you got to help yourself grow and develop as a leader. And if you're not a leader, then it's hard for someone to try to follow someone that's a disillusioned deadbutt. And so what we do here is the first thing I do when we start talking to people and coming into our team, I talk about having what we call the 5 Ps, okay? And the 5 Ps is developing personal growth. The people who have the personal growth and read the books, and leaders are readers, and really develop themselves are the people who are going to get ahead. Now the mechanical end of this is going to be talking about prospecting. But when we're talking about prospecting, we first want to know that do you have your head on straight. One of the greatest books I read when I was 12 years old and I was unemployable. I could not be employed by someone because I ended up being an entrepreneur, thinking about how can I be out there in the world and build my own business. Think and Grow Rich. When you have a vehicle like what we have in our company, along with reading Think and Grow Rich and highlight all the very important points, is a very, very important thing for you to do right off the bat. Now, when we look at this, I am going to let you know is that we have a number of different books that we want you to read. The Think and Grow Rich, The Magic of Thinking Big, How to Win Friends and Influence People. We will be giving you a book list. The Richest Man in Babylon, okay, The Go-Getter, the first year in network marketing, okay, the greatest networker in the world. All of these here, Pushing Up People. We will give you a book list that you check off all the way through in order, just like a pilot turning on the toggle switches. You have to turn on the toggle switch in your heart to say, you know what, I'm developing myself. I feel good about myself. Now, talking about that and personal growth, we'll be talking about personal growth in every single one of our trainings. We're going to also show you a number of different ways to prospect. We are going to have the webinars. We're going to be having conference calls, how to do effective 3-way phone calls. We're going to be showing a 3-foot rule. We're going to be dropping off and carding people. We're going to also show you a way that we're going to develop a door hanger program that's very exciting that we're working on presently and all. And in fact, I am going to stay up here on the screen all the way through because we have a certain amount of time in this training program to show you how to prospect. The prospect is very important. Then the presentation. We are going to show you how to do one-on-one presentations, how to do COP presentations, computer opportunity presentations, how to do it on a 3-way phone call with someone and do a presentation correctly using your computers, everybody. So you can actually build people from all over the United States. You can be in a motorhome, you can live in a motorhome, you can be in a yacht, you can be in a houseboat, you can be living up in a tree if you have a cell phone, electricity, and want to use your laptop. You can be anywhere you want to be. And I am going to, through the months, as I'm going to be in those different areas, you're going to be surprised where in the world is Buck going to be at this time. I'm going to be talking about the presentation that will make sense that everybody does the same presentation over and over again. It's a culture. It's something that you're going to be feeling very, very good about. In all, I have presentation books that are this small and presentation books that are just a regular presentation. Then the paperwork. We want to find out, how do we sign people up? How do we get them active and get them going and get them trained, and how to get them where they are actually productive for themselves and their families. And finally, we want to make sure you understand the pay program. Okay? Now, talking about the pay program and all, the very first thing that you guys need to do, I'm going to step away from the screen real quick, and I'm going to put up a number of different things that will show up. You'll hear my voice, but more importantly, you're going to see the screen. All right? So here we go. The first thing that you have to do is to be looking at, to have go 60 wide in 6 months, to recruit 60 people in 6 months, actually 10 a month for 6 months. It's always been told to me, if you do that only one time, I'll always tell you, you never have to talk to a cold person the rest of your LIFE. If you only have to do it once. And out of 60, there'll be 10 people that literally will not be able to find their way home, and you will have up there's 50 wide. All you have to do is change you. Instead of thinking about 5 wide, you will absolutely, with that too, you will overview and see all the different books that we're talking about, and you will be teaching and training people how to read the right kind of books and for them to personally grow. And with this here, the first thing that we talk about is having what I call the first round draft choice. Who's the most likely business partner? Who's the most ambitious? Who's the most coachable? Who's the most ambitious person? Remember when I talked about going 50 wide, everybody? Well, when I talk about going 50 wide, what you need to be thinking about, it's a you, it's a me, it's a 1, 2, 3. And you're going 50 wide and filling in as fast as possible all the way down 7 levels. This is you to the 3rd power. I repeat, this is you to the 3rd power, because you're going down 3 generations of power. So when you see that, say, wow, now when I'm halfway there to my 7 about. And so with all this, we talk about very seriously, it's so important that everybody that you recruit and develop, okay, recruit and grow rich, they have to make sure they have certain dreams and goals. Okay? And if they have dreams and goals correctly, they will have the burn. They will have the why. It's very important. Again, we have goal settings that we do nothing from March all the way to August. We can see right here how many recruits you want to recruit, presentations, cash flow per month. And finally, I want to tell you, you have a goal that we have, what we call, just like in the Raiders, we have what we call a commitment to excellence. And we talk about here, we talk about having be a regional associate within a 6-month period, have 100 people as a senior executive, having 100 people on your team, okay? And then you're teaching others, 10 other people in 6 months to have 100 people on their team. Okay, that would be 1,000 people, because you got 10 people having 100 people in every team. And then we're going to show you how to be a CEO Diamond Presidential in an 18-month period, and to be announced, there's going to be an Umpapa position that is going to be fantastic. This is all part of your growth, your personal growth, you helping people. This is the key to all this. Forget what all of our products are. It's you and building the team. Now, this is just the beginning of our training. I want to wind this down by saying that everybody get after this. You watch this 2 or 3 times. Get these books together. We will have a book list. Hey, and I'll see you at the bank.